Welcome to Stay Sparked. Today, this is a sparkle snack, a small bite-sized conversation to keep you inspired in this modern world. I am John Halcyon Stinn, the host of the Hug Nation YouTube channel and Heart-Centered Men's groups.
I am BETSY FINKLEHOO, and I am the creator of the Power Affirmation Project and Somatic Body Worker.
We always like to start these conversations with a little bit of gratitude. Betsy, what are you grateful for today?
I am grateful for my recent trip to Ireland. It was so beautiful, and I will definitely be back to that magical land.
Wow, so jelly. I am grateful for people with the courage to share their truth. I had a men's brunch this weekend and just kind of had this themed conversation about our fathers and about death. And it was just so healing to just hear other people's truth, not with like lessons or wisdom or, tactics, but just like, this is what I've experienced. And it's surprisingly healing to just hear people's truth. So super grateful for anyone with the courage to be real.
Yes, so good. Well, I'm going to give an extra gratitude today, if you don't mind, because I
Please.
have my special warm drink here by Lucid, who is one of our sponsors. BecomeLucid.com if you want to try out some mushroom nootropic drinks. They have coffee, matcha, a nighttime cocoa drink. It is so delicious and a healthy superfood drink. So cheers to Lucid. Thank
Cheers.
you.
We were drinking Lucid at the men's brunch. Today's Sparkle Snack is a celebration of Jane Goodall. She passed this week at 91 years of age and leaves us a lifetime of inspiration. I am not a scholar of Jane, but I was a co-star in a film. I was in the movie Human. And one of the things that I'm very proud of is that she and I were both some of the featured people who told stories in this movie called Human, which you can find on YouTube if you ever want to look it up. That being said, I do not feel like I am a peer of hers. She is a profound inspiration in her work, not just in her work that she did with chimpanzees, which I think made her famous, but her continued pushing of growing charity and really spreading the message of what you do makes a difference.
Absolutely. Yes, I love her so much, and I'd love to just take a moment of silence for her life as she just passed. Some of the quotes that she shared, I have pulled up here is what you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. She said, you cannot get through a single day without having an impact on the world around you. And she truly was an advocate for that. And this is the spark here today that we get to just fan the flames of remembering that who we are makes a difference no matter what. So thank you, Jane, for empowering so many of us to really see that who we are makes a difference.
Amen. I often hear people say things like, all I want to do someday is make a difference, And with this idea of like, well, as soon as I take enough trainings, or if I get enough power or I get enough money, then I'm going to do something that makes a difference. And what she is saying is so important to understand that you cannot help but make a difference in the butterfly wing effect in the world. Like every breath, every step you take, everything you eat does make a difference. So then knowing that, what kind of difference do we want to make? And what kind of energy do we want to bring to all of the choices that we make, knowing that everything we do makes a difference?
Absolutely. And such a reminder, too, that sometimes a smile can make a difference if that's all you got. Sometimes it might be something bigger, like Jane. She really made such a positive, powerful difference in revolutionizing the science of primatology. And one of the things I just really celebrate about her, she didn't really have any degrees when she first got started. And so she just had a lot of passion and knowingness that where she put her energy was going to be in service. And that's what I really loved about her too, is that she was in devotion to service. And I think that that's a really beautiful way to live our lives and to recognize in order to make a difference, we can live from that place of giving to others.
Yeah. And she didn't have a business plan and a goal to be Jane Goodall. She
Right.
just, pursued something she was passionate about. And through the integrity of those little choices, one after another, the resonant ripples just got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And so I think it's a really important for us all to get on board with that idea that you are qualified right now to be an ambassador of whatever it is you are passionate about. And then just have faith that that difference will affect the world in whatever magnitude it should. Like if an impact on one chimpanzee, who's to say that that is not the exact divine purpose of your life? Maybe as you do that with a powerful integrity, the ripples change the world, as Jane did.
Yes, absolutely. And one of the other things I just really want to celebrate her too is that she really was a role model for hope and resiliency, with just her efforts towards environmentalism. A lot of what she promoted was action and activism and really taking action over despair. Because it can get overwhelming sometimes and we can feel hopeless and like, who am I to make a difference or do anything when it comes to all these huge things? But she was just one person and she really made a difference by taking that stand one step at a time.
Yeah. And I think as you take those steps and you vibrate at that level, you start to find more and more evidence of that. And you start to see more and more people that are acting in that way upon the world. Whereas the alternate, if you continually focus on all the ways that things are falling apart, then you fall into a despair and then you become paralyzed. And I think in today's world, more and more, that is such a challenge. I mean, clearly, Jane Goodall was aware of all that is going on in the world. She was very connected and still put so much effort into hope and knowing that the way out of any darkness is having belief that you can bring light.
Yes, that belief or that conviction, that deep knowing. And I think, spark that I also want to share that she inspired in me, and I think so publicly, is the relationship between human and animal. It's much more accessible and really treating animals in such a way that is not separate, but with respect and with deep listening and a deep understanding that we're all connected, that we don't have that. It's not separate from us. You go into the forest and you're part of the forest. You step out of the forest, you're still part of the forest,
Almost.
and so I think she really was a strong voice for people to be able to remember our relationship with the animal kingdom.
Mm. Yeah, I'm really
Mhm.
feeling that. Like, I love the recognizing the specifics of her passion and her impact, and just that deep kind of invitation for each of us to find something that we're convicted, that we're passionate about, and trusting that it can make a difference. I know I need
Oh,
that
yeah.
reminder.
Yes. Yeah, really tapping into something that I truly believe in. What is that? And so I think with the closing spark today, I'd love to just invite us to consider the positive impact that we've already made on the world, whether it's something small or something big. Take a moment to celebrate yourself and really tune into the impact that you're going to continue to have in this life. So thank you, Jane, for being a role model for us and for so many on this planet and your beautiful life, 91 years. Wow.
Mm.
We are so blessed to have her legacy and to be witness to the work that she has influenced in the world.
Yes.
Mhm.
My closing spark is just a reminder to myself and to anyone listening, that we every day have the opportunity to be love ambassadors. And every day we have the ability to make those choices towards healing. And sometimes that healing is towards ourselves. Sometimes it's self-care, and that still counts. Like, that is still changing the world, taking time and effort to heal yourself so that tomorrow you can have maybe a little bit more energy. And then as you get a little surplus, then you share that good with the world, whether it's opening a door or saying yes to something or listening, whatever it is. And just in that constant little choices of, is this towards healing? Is this towards hope? Is this towards love? And right now we can do it we're doing it in this moment, and we can do it every day. And I find so much inspiration in that. Thank you, Jane.
Yes, beautiful. Thank you, Halcyon. So grateful. Thank you for all our listeners out there. You can find me on poweraffirmation.com to learn more about my products and my work, and lifestudent.com for John Halcyon's work in the world.
That's right.
So be sure to reach out. Be sure to like and share this episode if you felt inspired, and leave us a comment. That's always helpful for us to know that you're listening out there. And we'll close it out with a super short sparkle affirmation of, I live in harmony with the natural world. I live in harmony with the natural world. I live in harmony with the natural world.
Thanks, Jane. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Betsy.
Thanks, Halcyon. Stay sparked, people.
Find us on Instagram at Stay Sparked, and leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts.
Thanks so much for helping us spread these sparks.
Stay sparked, friends.